I was addicted to porn from the age of 13 to 19. I'd jack off every single day like a loser, sometimes multiple times a day. And at 19, I quit porn because I realised it was making my life shit and I felt like a loser. So do you. Let's be real. You feel like a loser for watching porn and you should. It's what weirdos do. Like, what are you doing with your life if you're watching porn? So, the system I'm going to teach you today is my own personal system. It's the best one on the internet for quitting porn without a doubt. Like, what other 19-year-old can say he's quit porn? Like, there's no one else. It's just me. That's why I'm trying to help guys. I don't care how old you are. I'm going to help you quit porn with my system. I'm going to teach you exactly how I did it. And it's going to work, right? Because it's so effective. And if it worked for me, why will it not work for you? It will. All right? Step one, my personal protocol called less fap is what you start on. Less fap is simply when you jack off less this month than you did last month. So if you watched porn 50 times last month, this month, watch it 48 times, all right? People online will say, quit porn in 2 weeks. This is how you do it as fast as possible. But that never works. Literally, that's why NoFap doesn't work. It tells people to quit porn cold turkey. How's it going for you? Are you still addicted? Yes, of course. You can't expect yourself to quit cold turkey because you're addicted. You've been addicted for years potentially, like I was. 6 years watching every single day. You think I could have quit cold turkey? No. That's gone from one extreme to the other. And that just does not work ever. That's why 95% of guys can't and never will quit porn. I realised this and came up with my own protocol, which is less fap. Literally, just make sure the number you fapped and watched porn this month is less than last month. Again, if you watched porn 50 times last month, if you want to make it 49 times this month, that's fine. Why? That is still progress, that's why. And your brain is going to try and convince you that it's not progress, that's too slow, that's going to take too long. But why are you listening to your brain still? Your brain is the reason you're addicted to porn. Just think about that. The reason you've watched porn 1,000 times is all because of your brain. Because whenever you got the urge to watch porn, your brain said, "Oh, let's watch porn." So turn your brain off and listen to mine. Because mine is the reason I've quit porn. Okay? So turn your brain off and listen to mine. Don't listen to the bullshit excuse your brain tells you anymore. Because it's not served you at all. Alright? So less fap. This way you're making progress every single month. You're staying motivated, so you're not going to give up. And you can still watch porn because it's kind of fun, right? You can still watch it each and every month. Now that you're on less fap, I'm going to tell you what to do after that if you do want to get to a high streak. But if you do want the full, if you do want the full system that I've been talking about, the best one on the internet, that has helped me quit porn as a 19-year-old and all of my clients easily. They're shocked at how quickly they've been able to do it. Link in the description is my 90-day NoFap guide and system. Plus, I've chucked in a bonus section on how to attract and speak to girls, which is just an added bonus of being able to quit porn, right? Because the confidence goes up. And yeah, it's all down there. Dirt cheap, so I'm going to increase the price very soon. So if you're going to buy it now, invest in yourself and change your life. Now that you're on less fap, you want to keep doing this for 6 to 12 months, right? At this point, most people will be at the point where you're watching porn a few times a month. You've dramatically reduced it. You've been watching it less and less and less and less and less each month. And now you find it boring. This is the point you're actually going to get to. You're going to find porn boring, cringy, weird, and you will just cringe at your past self for how much time you wasted on porn, the kind of porn you used to watch. You're just going to be like, why on earth, why did I even start doing this? And you also just need to realise that you're still on a great path. You've pretty much quit at this point, so don't beat yourself up and be happy with yourself. But yeah, you are going to find porn boring at this point. This is the point you go for a 90-day, 100-day NoFap streak, all right? Because it's going to be easy. Because you don't get the urge to watch porn as much. You find porn boring and weird, okay? So it's going to be easy to get to the streak. Now, if you start now, you're addicted to porn. If you start and go for a NoFap streak right now, when you're reliant on porn, you're watching it every day, you find it fun, all right? That ain't going to work. Imagine the two guys. There's you, who's currently addicted to porn, going for a 90-day NoFap streak, and there's this guy here who doesn't find porn exciting, he barely watches it, and doesn't get urges. Obviously, this guy's going to get to 90 days so easy. Not even going to be difficult. All right? Now, you are still going to get urges at this when you've been on less fat for a certain amount of time. You always will get urges. Don't let people lie to you and say, oh, the urges go away after day 37. No, the urges always stay, but they get so much less frequent and a lot less strong, right? You might be thinking, whenever I get an urge, I can never resist it. Trust me, when you get to this point, you can. I'm just a normal 19-year-old. There's nothing special about me. And I was able to quit, all right? So the urges are always going to be there, but they become so easy to manage. I made videos about that, so check them out. But yeah, another tip about urges, when you get them, stop beating yourself up, about them. Stop getting mad at yourself for getting an urge to watch porn, because that is stupid. Why? An urge to watch porn is just a sexual desire you have. It's a normal human emotion to be sexual. So why are you getting mad at yourself for that? That's like, I don't know, doing something you're proud of and being happy. And then as soon as you're happy with yourself, you're like, no, you're an idiot. Why are you being happy? Like, it's stupid. So what if you get the urge to watch porn? It's normal. I'm not saying go and jack off, because that's weird. But the actual urge and desire to be sexual is completely normal. It's better if you've got a wife or a girl to do that with, as opposed to watching porn. But the urge, the desire itself is fine. All right? But it doesn't mean you have to act on it. If you get horny, it doesn't mean you have to jack off. The fat obese guy, if he gets hungry, that does not mean he needs to eat. He's fat. If you're horny and want to watch porn, it doesn't mean you have to watch it. You're addicted to porn. You need to change that. Alright? And don't let people convince you that porn is good for you. Do not let any dickheads do that, because they're the people who are crabs in a bucket. They see you trying to get out of the bucket, trying to improve your life, and they're at the bottom. They'll never change, and they're like, no, come back down. Porn's good for you, right? It's really good. It's in, testosterone and stuff, and it's fun. Those are the people who are at the bottom of the bucket, trying to convince you, and you just don't want to listen to them weirdos, right? Porn is not good for you. Porn's the reason you don't have your wife quality girlfriend, the reason you're not confident, the reason you don't respect yourself, and because of that, it's the reason you don't go to the gym as much as you should, why your diet is not on point, why you're not making the money you should be, why you don't have the motivation to do anything. All these things that you want in life is because you watch porn too much. You need to stop jacking off, because it's fucking weird. Why do you think there's so many masculine men 100 years ago? Making money and just being masculine and strong and not little femboys. Because porn wasn't around to make them weak. You need to understand, if you want a good life, you need to quit porn. I realised this, and I made the best system on the internet to quit. It's as simple as that. You can go and find some other 30-year-old who's quit, and that's great. But they've been addicted to porn for 15 years. Why is it taking them so long to quit? Because their system is shit. Mine is great, because as soon as I decided to quit porn, did so much research on what the best possible method was, and I created my own, tested it with myself, tested it with my clients, and it's worked every single time, right? So if you want to listen to a 30-year-old who's struggled for 10 years longer than me, then go for it. If you want to listen to me, get the best system on the planet, keep watching my videos for free, subscribe so you see them, and press the link in the description to get the full system, dirt cheap, and learn how to attract and speak to girls.